Here we are on a Sunday. Decided to pop on just to do a quick recap of yesterday. We don't have any gambling that we're going to go through today. There's no KBO tomorrow. There's no NASCAR or MMA or anything along those lines. It it it. Um, but there was a lot going on this past week. I'll probably run through this again tomorrow, but I just wanted to get this out and can get a couple. Hold on a second. Oh, interesting. Okay, hold on a second, everyone. A little bit of a change here. Yeah, there are. It looks like maybe basically what happened was uh yesterday was one of those complete rain out days for the Korean baseball. Everything got rained out. So it looks like they are instead having games tomorrow, whereas normally they have no no games on Mondays for Korean baseball, but they are having them here. So that means I came on here for a reason, because I would have totally missed some gambling opportunities there. But now we can build the lineups together. How fun! But first of all, so before we do any of that stuff, before we do that, okay, gonna hop on in here. Okay, so so now we have some stuff to do. So first of all, as is part of the new process during this coming year, uh, prior to going through the recap and betting, going to give you my memory of the day for each day as I live through my 50th year on this planet. This will be day 6 of 366. And today I am remembering going to my first and only Kiss concert. Uh, when I was a kid, back in the late 70s, early 80s, Kiss was pretty much all I listened to. Um, me, a couple of my friends that you've seen maybe streaming on Big Room Entertainment with me, TK, and The Monk, and ADM, Ad Rock, Al Hawk, would just air guitar to Kiss songs all day long, man. I mean, Beth, I Want to Rock and Roll All Night, shout it out loud. The entire music from the Elder album, uh, you know, Destroyer, Platinum, all of this. Yeah, that's all we did. And for years, we would do that. And then last year, I finally got to see them live in concert at the End of the Road tour uh, in Pittsburgh. And I'll tell you, they're, Paul and Gene are in their late 60s now, but they put on a show That's unbelievable, man. It's just a great, great show. They've got everything. I mean, they've got the pyrotechnics. They've got rockets shooting out of the tips of guitars. They've got Gene, of course, breathing fire and throwing swords into blocks and spitting up blood and risers going up to the ceiling with smoke billowing off of them and pyrotechnics and things exploding and drum riser rising way up off the ground and cranes lifting different members of the band out and rotating them out over the crowd. Paul Stanley getting on a rope and swinging the entire length of the arena to land on a second smaller stage on the other end of the arena away from the band, surrounded by the crowd, just singing. Uh, to eventually swing back. You know, confetti and stuff just shooting out of cannons everywhere, lasers. I mean, pretty much everything you can think of from a rock and roll show, they do, and they do it well. Um, having finally got to see them, nothing, nothing unusual here. Nothing that thousands of other people haven't done. I didn't get to go backstage. I didn't get to meet them or anything along those lines. But I'll never forget being able to see Kiss in concert live, and and that's my memory for the day. So now let's move on to recap a little bit of what happened over the course of yesterday. Oh yeah, I should probably actually figure out what contest do we want to enter here for Korean baseball for tomorrow, since we've got this bonus bonus day happening. Um, hmm, let's see. I could enter a multi-entry $4 tournament. Not particularly feeling that. $3 max. $3 three entry max. I don't see any. I don't see any $12 contests here. Which again, yes, I like the $12 a good bit. There's a $5 single entry contest. Top 28. We get at least. That's not bad. Could be fun. 44 $15 contest. It's a 47 entry multi entry though. Yeah, I'm just not a huge fan of those unless the percentage of payout is great, and this one's average. Um, maybe let's see. I don't know. I don't think I want to do the 44. I'm just not feeling the 44 tonight. No. I guess I'm looking at the $4. I guess I'm looking at the $4. We're getting close to our 20 entry, quarter tournament because I have 18 25-cent tickets saved up right now, and it looks like I'm probably going to be platinum reward level next month. And I don't know if they give away quarter tickets at platinum level. Let me look. Because where are we at right now? We're on the 12th. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Where am I? Let's see. We'll see. I'll be close to it. And they don't give away any 25-cent tickets to give away. Just dollars and $2 and $3. Anyway, we'll see how that goes. So for right now, I think I settle on what Korean tournament do we want to do for a rare Monday slate. I'm just not feeling the $44, man. I think. I mean, I guess I could do a $25 double up or $25 winner take all. Let's just do a. We're just gonna go with a couple. I think we'll build a few different $4 lineups just to have a little bit of. We'll see if it even works. Again, they're calling for rain all over the place tomorrow. We'll see. Let's reserve. Let's reserve 3 entries. Why are you not letting me do this? Oh, jeez. Okay, and there we go. All right, so we'll reserve that. We'll get 3 of those saved in. All right. So then we'll be building those up here shortly. At least one of them. All right. So now. So first of all, let's recap yesterday, which was Sunday, and we will go through our we won't go through all of the MMA contests. We had a number of them, but what we'll do is we'll break down. We'll go through the. Yeah, we won't worry about going through the the truck series race from yesterday. it got basically it went 71 laps, and then it started to rain and lightning, and they shut it down. And I guess that was far enough into the race to make it an official race, so they stopped it there. Um, so and we had some decent options here. We were 213th place in the one race out of 588. We had all of our drivers were still alive at that point, which is pretty good because there was a lot of yellows yesterday again, and we had five of our six drivers up in the top 20, two of them in the top five. So we were definitely there racing on the truck in the trucks, but then they stopped. So at the time that they stopped it, we were not in the cash. So we lost both of those, and then a number of our MMA folks lineups did not make it into the money. However, we'll go through the uh, the recap here, and then we'll go through the complete recap of yesterday for the fantasy, and then we'll go through the uh, recap of yesterday for the sports book, as well as the golf for today, and then the NASCAR from today. So our most successful MMA lineup from last night was this one, which consisted of us having, go with Masvidal as the upset, who did okay with 66 strikes, but he lost. Got 33 points. After that, fairly strong. Uh, Amir Khani got us the win. Proshaka was the upset win that we had predicted. He got us a nice one there. Rebus, that everyone expected to win, did. Andre did not win, but she did go the distance and still got 43 some points. And then Jan was the big scorer of the night with the 155 points with a knockout in the fifth round. Um, so overall, this was good enough for us to get $30. This was a $12 entry. The rest of the fights, which totaled I think 107 or so total, if you count this one as well. Did not do well, and so we wound up losing a total of $77 on the uh, on the MMA fantasy drafts. Then we also know that between yesterday and today on the golf, we had a 12 and a $3 entry. So we lost $15 there. And then we had $170 bet on golf total. So overall, in terms of what we had put out, we had 170, then 122. So it was 292, and then we had 46 dollars from our MMA sports book. So a total of 338, 338, I think, that we had put out. We know we won back 30 right there, so we were 308 down. And then let's jump here. Then as far as our actual sportsbook betting went, that one. We did pretty good overall with our um, gambling there. So we had Matthew Fitzpatrick for a top 30, $20, paid back 47.60. We had Strowman for a top 30, got back $52 there. So that's basically $100. Then we had our MMA ones, which was great. Which was our two-pick parlay with the 50% profit boost. Uh, Amir Khan and Santos. That paid us back 75.70. Then we had our parlay pick 3 with Rebus, Rosa, and Prohaska, which with our 50% profit boost, which was really a great 393 plus 393 pick there, with Prohaska being the linchpin of it all. So that was $74. And then we just threw all 5 of those in there together for a small $6 fight parlay. And had all 5 of them right, played out at plus 752. So that $6 was another $51 there. So that was 150 there. That was 200 here. That was 100 here. So 300 total there. Plus 30 from the MMA win, 330. And we were, what did we say, 328, right? That we had risked. So that was $2 up with all that money going back and forth. Lots of fun happening there. And then today, we had the NASCAR race happening. And we entered one lineup into 2 contests. There was one. Here we go. We entered it into this contest, which was a 7,141 person entry. 1,605 got paid. This lineup was good for 222nd place. This was our $3.33 lineup. So that was good for a $13.50. So that puts us a good bit ahead there. And then our $22.22 lineup also did very well. 1,323 people, top 282 get paid. This lineup was good for 41st. That was a $100 win for us. Cole Custer. Cole Custer wound up winning that race. 33% owned him. Kurt Busch was really a big difference maker for us, being only 19% owned, finishing 5th, getting 55 points. Truex had a great race. Again, less than 30% owned, but leading 57 laps and having 27 fastest laps, finishing in 2nd overall. Nice scores for us there. Can't complain about Blaney at all. Finishing in 6th place, 33 fastest laps, leading for 18 of them. Definitely take that. Kyle was the disappointment. He struggled. Finishing 21st, only got 7 points. He was the highest owned by us though, 51.5%, so it didn't hurt us as much as it could have. But everyone was expecting Kyle to have a good outing. And even Ryan Newman here. Starting in 23rd, finished in 17th. got a fastest lap in there, 30. So that's 100 points. So that is again, that is a $22.22 single entry contest. 1,323 entries, good for 41st place, and $100. So we will take that. Um, that puts us. No, that's not right. Let me see. Right, 8. Okay. So now, after having reserved, I reserved a I reserved a $40 MMA entry for Wednesday. So once you take into account all of our wins and playing from the weekend, as well as us reserving the $40 and then the three $4 entries. So after you deduct those entries, we are at $1,067.65. So we are up $67 from the time that we last withdrew. It takes down to 1,000 even. So even with that, even with the golf not going great for us this past week, we're still $67 up compared to where we were last week. So there you go. So that's good stuff. So let's see. All right, so let's take a look at some Korean baseball gambling then. Completely unexpected. Good thing I came over here. So, we again have rain issues. You got the Bears and Giants here in Busan. If you haven't seen the movie Train to Busan, by the way, you should. It's a great zombie movie. So that's a potential issue. The Lions and the Wiz also. And the Diners and the Twins are apparently the three that are primarily as of I don't know the timestamp on that article. So, we'll probably wind up building a couple of different lineups. You know, I don't really. I'm starting to less and less trust the DraftKings weather predictors here, because for the games earlier today / last night, it did not really show any rain concern for any of them. And it wound up all of them being rained down. The article here, at least, is saying that it's the Bears game, the Wiz game, and the Dinos game that are the ones that are to be in some doubt. This one appears to be the safest. And then, similar to what we were looking at yesterday, really. Um, yeah, I'm gonna be definitely be pressed to not double up on the um, Wyverns Eagles pitching matchup, right? All right, I'm thinking we'll build one lineup that is ignores the rain dangers. All right, we'll build one lineup that is just ideally what lineup would we go with and build that. And then we're going to build another lineup that's going to focus primarily on Wyverns, Eagles, and Heroes, Tigers. Um, I mean, you gotta be looking at when we're ignoring the rain, right? You gotta be looking at Dinos and Bears. Yeah, yeah, it's hard. Yeah. So if we're gonna look, let's build one lineup again, focusing on. Let's go under the assumption that maybe those three games do get rained out and these two get to go. If that's the case, and we build one of our lineups to really try to capitalize on that, we're going to take Moon and Jang as our pitchers, right? We're going to throw that in there and bank on this being a lower scoring game because both these offenses are terrible. Moon's a legit pitcher. And Jang pitching for the Eagles, 56-27. Not great, but hey, this is a little bit of a step up for him. Plus, he's going against the Wyverns, right? Um, he's gone up against the Wyverns twice, and it looks like they've been some of his best performances. 18.3 way back when, 15.7. Nice. All right. And that leaves you with 43-37 already. Yeah, now these are, if we're looking at, I mean, yeah, so we would be looking then at going Heroes and Tigers for that. for this. And maybe, I mean, sure, maybe somebody for the Wyverns. Maybe somebody for the Wyverns, or because we know someone's going to score in that game somewhere, right? Preston Tucker coming in at 6 grand. His Song Kim coming in at 5,600. Jong Choi for the Wyverns at 5,200. Byung Ho Park at 45. That's a good. That's a good pickup. Jung Hoo Lee at 46. Good. Jamie Romack. He's down at 4,300. That's a little bit of a money saver for us there. Kyun Chang Sao for the Heroes. All right, let's take a look at the Heroes and the Tigers first. Okay. There's not a ton of money savers on the Heroes that would in any way be worth it. Byung Ho Park has definitely got a ring in our team at first base for 4,500. For the Tigers, who's pitching for these guys too? So the Tigers have got Ki Young Im pitching for them. It's not dominating. And then Han pitching against the Tigers. He is right. This guy gives blah blah. All right. Looks like we might try to save some money on some Tigers guys here. If we're looking at some Tigers, we can get their leadoff hitter right off the bat in the outfield. Cheng Jin Lee. Cheng. Cheng Jin Lee should be playing for the Tigers in the outfield for 3,300. His price must have changed. Right here. Oh, he's even a bigger saver. We're gonna take him. And then we'll take Preston Tucker. Yeah, so the salaries do not seem to be updated on the value charts because Preston's being listed at 6,000, which he's not, which is fine. So then the question is, how heavy do we want to go on them? We can get their cleanup hitter in the outfield, G1 Na. He's their cleanup hitter for 3,900. Or we can go. Well, let's see if that's correct or not. G1 Na is actually down at 3,500. That's making him even more attractive. Whereas Hyung Woo Choi, 48, he's down from 5,100. So across the board, man, the Tigers' prices have come down. I gotta go with G1 now at 3,500. That's gonna fill up our outfield. But I could still get Troy in there if I want. If we went that way, and then we're looking at the heroes. We could get let's see. We could get well let's check out the prices. Kyun Kyun Chong Sao. He's at 4,700, but he was being listed at 4,400. So that sucks. Dongwon Park is down a bit. Kim is up significantly. Jung Hoo Lee is up. Han has not pitched against the Tigers once this year. this guy gives up so many hits. You know, you almost want to go with a five stack on the Tigers there. If there was another really good money saving option. I mean, right now we've got Tucker batting second, Cheng Jin Lee batting leadoff, Hyung Woo Chu batting third, and Ji Won Na batting cleanup. We can't get Min Sang Yu in there. He bats fifth, but he only has first base eligibility. We could look at Ju Hwan Na. He was listed as day to day. Ju Hwan Na is all the what's going on here? So Na was removed from Saturday's game. It's not believed to be serious, but it could prevent him from starting Sunday's game. Well, I mean, if he plays, that's a great pick for you then. All right, because he's gonna fit right into what you need. He's gonna give you the money then, and he's gonna make it very possible to build the hero stack that we would like. Probably. We could go. Right? We could go Dongwon Park, batting sixth in catcher position. And we can go Kim. The problem there is that there's no. We would probably look at at you know switching over and grabbing best available players there. Yeah, so this is my suggestion here for this. You know, if you want to build a lineup and avoid the Dinos, the Wiz, and the Bears because of potential rain ups, max out your pitching here. Yeah, max out your pitchers on the Wyverns Eagles game. would love to figure out a way to get Jong Choi in there, but he's 5,200. Um, we could possibly, out of curiosity, if we would dr- if we would drop G1 knee and instead throw Romac in there, that would leave us 3,500 for third base. Chan Ho Park, man. There it is. So that's an option right there. That's one option. You know, take somebody like a Jamie Romack for the Wyverns. You hope maybe he can drive in a run, hit a home run, do something like that. Keep the game low scoring overall. Stack up on the Heroes Tigers. Um, you know, the Heroes pitcher is looking like he's definitely hot here. Definitely been struggling. See no reason not throwing a lineup something along those lines. Um, and then, so I would say definitely go with the Moon Jang double stack, and then you got to get Tucker into your lineup. Um, you got to get Choi at first base for the Tigers into your lineup. You got to get Dongwon Park into your lineup if you can for the Heroes, and then you got to get Haesung Kim for the shortstop for the Heroes. So probably Park and Kim, catcher and shortstop for the Heroes. Then stack the Tigers as best you can, and take a best available. I think again, try to keep it for the game the Wyverns Eagle game, which is the next least likely to get rained out. Now, if we want to investigate a second roster here, one where we don't necessarily worry about rain. I would still say go ahead and build another lineup with the Moon Jang double stack. Look at that. But then you gotta look at Bears and Dinos and see what can you build. What can you fit in? Bears and Dinos. Bears and Dinos. Again, it's a little more confusing. Just trying to base everything off of the value chart here, where have they don't have all of the all of the prices updated. Um, they've updated it right in the articles, but for some reason the value chart. Hey Rev, you recovered from yesterday? Yeah. You survived the night. It looks like. Yeah, dude, Fire Island worked out great. I had one of my lineups finish in the money for $30, but those parlays were golden, man. That when Prohaska, or how do you pronounce his name, got that upset, that was key, man. I won a 2 fight parlay, a 3 fight parlay, and a 5 fight parlay for a little over $200 total, and rolled into a nice day for NASCAR today too, where both of my fantasy lineups finished in. Heck yeah, dude. You gotta start gambling. You gotta start getting in on it. Gotta start getting in on it. Yeah, if you picked all five right yesterday, man, you could easily, you know, I only risked $46 of my parlays, and they brought me back over 200. Yeah, most people expected that fight to go the distance. The Holloway Volkan fight or whatever his name was. Uh, yeah, he was definitely an underdog at the start of the fight. Um, Slight underdog, nothing heavy. There weren't a ton of there weren't a ton of upsets last time. I don't think, other than that Prohaska fight. Yeah, that was the only one that was, I think, more of an upset. I was just going through a few. Usually, there's no. Yeah, yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, I mean, I had Usman in a number of my lineups. I had a little bit of that Masvidal guy just 'cause I figured he'd score some points. He did score points, but I didn't place any money on the on that fight. And Usman, I think, was what, like minus, like negative 300 odds or something like that. So it really wasn't great to put any money on him. He Dong Kwan. When's that one? When's that? When's the stipe? Or the is that next Saturday? There's a card on Wednesday, right? There's some MMA happening on Wednesday. Yeah, I thought the card was good, dude. I thought it was a good. I thought overall it was a good. It's that's not like a good drinking game, man. Yeah, I just reserved an entry for the Wednesday tournament, but I'll wait until Tuesday or Wednesday to make my picks. Oh, man, there are no affordable players on the Bears. These are all different, though. Let's take a look at some of these prices. Let's focus just on the Bears. Yeah, I was happy with the overall results. I mean, I would have liked to see my fantasy teams do a little better. Right, I have another one coming up. That's actually I only popped on today initially just to do my story update for the day, and and then I realized that oh shit, all the games in Korea got rained out, and usually there's never Korean baseball on Monday, but they just moved them all to Monday. So and I was like, oh, okay, good. And then I learned that I'd won 113 something from my NASCAR race today. Um, so it turned into more of an official thing. We after I'm done here, I'm gonna highlight my. Yeah, dude, Bruce Leroy was fantastic. Have you seen the Last Dragon? Yeah, I don't remember if we talked about that on one of the big room streams or not. But the Last Dragon's a fantastic movie, man. And and he was a super nice guy. Like he's one of the nicest guys I met. He seemed really super genuine. Like he seemed, you know, I mean, anytime you're meeting one of those folks that have some level of celebrity, it could go anyone. It could go any way. Either they're kind of disgruntled and not happy to be there, or they're friendly, but you can kind of tell they're faking it. Yeah, dude. You are the last dragon, the power of the glow. Nice. Show enough. Super flooba flooba. Let's see if we. Uh, hmm. I would be more tempted to go Jill. Oh, and Fernandez. Yeah, I was thinking last night. I was very tempted to buy that ESPN Plus, which. Oh, dude, Rumble in the Bronx was the first Jackie Chan movie I saw in the theaters. Me and TK actually, the monk. Me and the monk went to it back when it first came to America, and we went to go see it in the theaters. And we're just like, get the fuck out of here! That guy's insane. And totally fell in love with Jackie Chan at that moment, man, dude. Checked him out with all his police story movies, which are awesome. Um, Drunken Master, great stuff. But yeah, dude, Rumble in the Bronx is great. It, I remember watching some of those fight scenes, and I was just like, I've never seen anything like this before. Yeah, I think I own Rumble in the Bronx. I think I. Yeah, dude, and that's what it was. The Rumble in the Bronx. We went to go see that, and we saw some of those stunts and just some of those fight scenes, and then the outtakes at the end. The clips of all the shit that goes wrong, and we were just like, yeah, and then knowing and then learning, he does all his own shit. Like when he's jumping off that, when he's jumping across that. Oh hell yeah, dude. Yeah, they're out there. You can definitely get a print of that movie poster. And I might even own a movie poster of that. And I was at an auction one time, and they were auctioning off movie posters, and nobody was bidding on it. I got a whole bunch for like I don't remember $20 or something like that. There might be one of Rumble in the Bronx in there. I have to dig it up. But yeah, that Rumble in the Bronx was our Jackie Chan rabbit hole because we just saw all of it and then just went down that whole police. He has some stunts in Police Story. I think it's the second Police Story where they they are the crazy. I mean, he does a lot of crazy shit. I mean, obviously he's known for that, but there's a couple of stunts in Police Story 2, I think it is, that are 100% like that. You almost died there, man. Like that came close to dying. They show it in the outcuts, in the outtakes at the end. I know there's one where he's like in a dead end alley. There's a car racing towards him, and then he jumps up and plants off the wall, and the car crashes underneath him. And the car crashes underneath him at an extremely high rate of speed. But he's fantastic. Yeah, he's definitely he's an interesting character, man. I got his the book that he wrote about his life, and he's an old school guy. I mean, he's definitely an old school Chinese stunt actor fighting guy. I mean, he admits how much difficulty he had getting just breaking into the concept of having women in the movies because like he grew up in a world where guy like in the stage acting where every he was trained from a kid from an orphanage. You know, every step had to be exactly right, and it didn't matter if it was male or female. Males played the roles. And it took him a long time to get over the idea of women being in his movies, but he evolved as well there. What is up with Songbom Na? Ooh, Songbom Na hurt, huh? All right. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing nowadays. I mean, he's got to be what 60s, right? He's got to be in his 60s, maybe even later. I don't know how old he is now. Yeah, it was really. I mean, Rush Hour. The Rush Hour movies are fine. They're funny. They've got some good fight scenes. And I'm glad that he got them made just so that he could get his bigger America 66. Okay. So who's gonna replace Song Bum now then? Junwan Kim. Huh. 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 Hmm. Yeah, but is he gonna? I love the title Five Against the Bullet. That sounds like an intriguing movie. Are those Hong Kong cinema movies, or are they ones that he made here in America? Five Against the Bullet sounds like a Hong Kong cinema type thing. I'm going to take this guy down here. And who is going to start in place of? Son of a bitch. Song Bomb Knot is out. I gotta figure out who the fuck is gonna replace Song Bomb Knot. No. Bastards. Alright, man. I'm gonna take a look at this. I'm gonna. I start June 1, Kim. I think I think Twitch has some glitches in it sometimes too, man. Cause I have generally good Wi-Fi here, and still when I'm on Twitch sometimes, no matter what video I'm watching or where it's coming from or whether I'm streaming, it starts glitching out. They may have experienced some faster than expected growth. Yeah, so this lineup you can do this lineup here. Load up on the double stack for the Wyverns, Eagles. Build a good stack here. Got to get Fernandez. Got to get Arthur. Uh, Build around each of them, and then go best available for the last two positions. Um, I'll probably close that out, and we'll see how that goes tomorrow. I might go with a fourth stack, either either Huiji Yang for the Dinos. Or Sukerman Park for the Bears. Let's see. Huh. And then if we want to look at one more potential Korean lineup, which would be to switch it up a little bit and not double stack the Wyverns Eagles game. At which point I'd probably go with Odisimer. And I don't know what game you're talking about. A run and jump dinosaur game sounds like Pitfall. I don't know if you ever remember. There's an old game called Pitfall. Way back in the Atari days. Pitfall Harry, I think it was. What was the character's name? And they had two. It was old, the old 8-bit, 16-bit video games back in the day, like the next generation right after Space Invaders and that shit. There was a game called Pitfall that was very popular as basic side scroller. Well, they were all basic side scrollers back then. I will check that out. I will check that out. Yeah, I would still be hard pressed to get away from Moon, but maybe look at Odyssemer and Moon. Animesh. And then if we just build off of this one, if we just build off of this again, ignoring the rain, let's look at getting. Let's get Jun Dong Bei in the outfield, playing for the Wiz. That's a good money saving start. Hoon Jung and Aesop Sun, the 1-2 batters for the Giants. Hoon Jung. Hoon Jung here. Aesop Sun here. Boom, boom. Go with Suckman Park again at catcher. Try to see if we can fit Fernandez in at first. No, we can't afford him. We can't afford possibly her. That leaves with that possible. Let's look at doubling up. On Juwan Kim. As doing that opens up. You probably don't need to do that. We can go J-Hook Kim. We can go J-Hook Kim there. You Dong Quan. That's not bad there. I think that's going to be my third lineup. I like Odisimer. I like Aesop Son. Got Fernandez in there again. I think that's going to be my third lineup. But that's going to be everything for today. Rev, don't know if you're still there. But I was here already longer than I anticipated. I'll be swinging by tomorrow to recap everything again and getting more picks for Tuesday. I'll be recapping everything from the weekend and the overnight KBO to see how that all goes. We'll start looking forward to more golf bets and more MMA bets on Tuesday. Yeah, you stay safe out there. Keep having fun there, Rev. Don't fight the headache and the hangover too much tomorrow. I'll be going back to work, but I'll be streaming every day this week, and I'll be getting together with the monk and ad hoc Wednesday evening. So hope to see you then. Be safe out there. I'll rock and roll most of the time and party every few days. But all right, all. That's all I got. We'll talk to you. Be safe, all. Have fun. Keep gambling, and good luck, all.